Pinfish and mojarra are two of the most popular inshore live baits on the southeast coast. Fishermen use them to catch a variety of game fish from snook to tarpon to even redfish. Pinfish range from Cape Cod southward through the Yucatan Peninsula and on the island of Cuba as well. They prefer vegetated bottoms and can be found near almost any dock, mangrove line, bridge, or seagrass flat. Mojarra frequent the shallow, sandy-bottomed areas with fast-moving water near estuaries, beaches, passes, and inlets. There are over 50 species of mojarra residing in the tropical regions of the South Atlantic, Pacific, and Caribbean Oceans. Pinfish are incredible baits for almost any inshore and offshore game fish here in Florida, but they cost over $15 per dozen, with some places charging over $20. In this video, I show you how to easily and cheaply acquire your very own pinfish and mojarras with nothing more than 6-pound leader, fly hooks, bits of squid, and split shots. No complicated nets, traps, or equipment required. Once we have our pinfish, we keep them alive in a 5-gallon bucket with a small battery-operated aerator, and then rig them up and go after big snook. We got our boys Dennis and Lewis coming out to join me, and we're going to be showing them how to catch bait without a cast net, without a seine net, without a sabiki rig, and without a bait trap. To tie the leader to the main line, I'm tying what is called a blood knot. This is the knot that I use for all my braid to leader connections. The leader that I'll be using is 4-pound test leader. I prefer it to 2-pound test because occasionally you'll hook a mangrove snapper, grunt, or other larger size fish, and it's less likely to break off. Feel free to pause the video to take a closer look at the instructions. To attach the hook to the line, as well as the weight, we're going to be using what's called the dropper loop knot. The dropper loop knot is a great way to attach a weight below the hook. Rig 2 or more hooks or lures in tandem, or tie a rig with multiple hooks such as the high-low rig. The bait rig that I'm going to be using today has 1 hook with an additional dropper loop to attach the weight below, but 2 or even 3 hooks spaced 6 to 8 inches apart, each on their own dropper loops, can be used to catch these mojarras and pinfish. So I'm going to show you one more time how to begin. Form the loop, twist around and around 4 to 6 times, and take the loop and pull it through the new loop, and hold with your teeth and pull tight. It's a very quick, simple, and easy knot to tie, and can be used for a variety of fishing as well as boating applications. Pinch the loop narrow enough to thread through the eyelet of the hook, weight, lure, or whatever object you want to attach. Then take the object and push it through the loop and pull tight. Let me show you one more time. Whatever object you choose to attach using your dropper loop, just make sure the eyelet is tightly sealed to prevent slippage. I left some leader below the hook so that we can add a little bit of weight. This will keep the bait about 1 or 2 inches above the bottom of the water column, which is a perfect place to catch any pinfish or mojarras that may be swimming by. With a dropper loop, you can change to a lighter or heavier weight in seconds. We have an aerator to keep them alive with some fresh batteries that I just put in. We got pliers and split shots right here, just in case if I need some weight to get down to the bottom and if the current is too strong, because sometimes those tiny little bits of squid on those itty bitty hooks will just get carried right away in the current before they can get down and sit on the bottom or near the bottom long enough for the bait to find them. And of course we have the size 14 and 16 fly hooks and the 6-pound leader, which we're going to be using to catch the bait, as well as some frozen squid, which I picked up, and a nail clipper just in case if I have to retie. You can do this with any rod, but I prefer a 1K or 2K or the smallest reel you can get. In this case, this 2K Shimano FX with 10-pound braid on a 6-foot ultralight action rod. When mojarras and pinfish are plentiful, use the smallest piece of bait possible to catch them. it is less likely that they will steal it off the hook this way. Look at all those pinfish and mojarras down there. Let's get some. Oh, I just missed them. There we go. That's a nice pinfish. Perfect size to get on some snook. That's called a spot tail pinfish. Good little snook bait right there. Put him in the bucket. And the cool thing about the squid is it's still on there to catch some more bait. Look at all those mojarras and pinfish down there. See, that's not a spot tail, that's a regular pinfish. They both work really nicely though to catch these smaller snook on the bridge pilings. We're gonna put him in there as well. This shouldn't take too long. We should have a large amount of baits in a very short amount of time now. Oh, we don't want to catch those mangrove snappers. Those guys will break your line and I'll have to retie. Yep. There we go. That's a nice size spot tail pinfish right there. That's going to be a very good snook bait for you all. Now this is a baby mangrove snapper. You're not allowed to use these as bait. They have to be 10 inches to keep, so we're going to release him. The tide is about to be high slack, and when the tide gets high slack, that's one of the best times to catch mojarras and pinfish. All the bait fish come around at high slack tide, so we are going to switch locations to a more shallower spot. This ledge is a little bit steep for what I'm trying to catch. To the spot, it is a beautiful, absolutely windless day out here in Placido, Florida. We're going to be using a bucket attached to a rope to get some fresh water for our pinfish. There we go. We got our pinfish rig all tied up with the size 14 fly hook, and we're using a little bit of a heavier egg sinker today than we were last video so that I'm able to cast farther and hold bottom. But still the same 6-pound leader and the same size 14 and size 12 hooks. So we're gonna fill up this bucket with pinfish, and I'll get back to you guys later once we have some good baits. The pinfish are biting really nicely today, even better than yesterday. This guy's a little bit big, so we're gonna let him go. I'm gonna get another piece of squid, the preferred bait of choice because of how tough it is. It stays on the hook. Can't steal it as easily. I'm gonna drop it down. Got a bite already. I missed him though. Got another bite. I guess they did manage to get that piece of squid off the hook. There are a lot of pinfish in the area right now. Drop another piece down, probably have another pinfish. There we go. Those are good baits as well, those yellow pork fish. The snook love to eat those. Oh, and another bite. There we go. There's another small pinfish. That's a good size one right there. You can use that for snook. We're going to put him in with our collection. Oh, missed another one. Missed another one. Oh man, we're really on a roll with some perfect size pinfish here. These are great for catching slot to under slot size snook, say 20 to 30 inches. Good size pinfish to rig on a size 1 or 1.0 hook with 20 or 25 pound leader. Now that we have a decent amount of baits, we're gonna take those over to one of my bridge spots and see if we can get on some snook. You can see the tide is very high and the water is very clear today. I have a feeling it won't be long until we hook up with our first snook of the day. Snook in the docks. Let's see if we can get him. Oh, he sees my bait. He's coming towards it. Let's see if he eats it. Oh, he took it. Oh, I missed him. Oh, man. There was a snook in the dock, and he freaking smoked that bait, and I missed him. So we just pulled up to the bridge. See if there's any snook or snappers in the area. Just took the first cast. Give it a second or two. Super calm, very high tide, clear water. Are we on? Yeah, we're on. We're on. That's a small snook. Put another small bait back out there. That was a small snook just now. See if we can get tight again. That's a big sheep's head. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a really big sheep's head going right along the piling. Maybe this bait isn't lively enough. Try a more lively bait. Try that pinfish. This should get 8. Let's try this. I think we're on. Got him. We almost jumped in the boat. A lot of smaller fish today. Got him. Ooh, he was swimming towards me the whole time. That's what happened just now. He picked it up and he was swimming towards me. Try that again. Oh, I just got 8. I just got 8. That's a nice one. Get another one. It's got 8. That was pretty cool. Oh, I got 8 again. Oh, I lost them. There must be a school of them sitting right in that corner there. I'm just... Alright, next fish I'm gonna retie. They must be stacked in there, let's see. Ooh, he took it off the surface. That's a good one. Got 8, man. Oh, he just spit up that pinfish. Yep. Thank you. If I can't get it, I'll just give him that hook. Yeah, I'm gonna just give him that hook. I'll retie and get back to you guys. It is lock and load right now, guys, in that corner. Hopefully it'll still be that way. We got 2 more baits left. We're gonna use up those baits. See if we can do 2 baits and 2 snook. See if we can make this happen for you. 2 baits, 2 snook. Whew, he's frisky. I'm gonna just pour him. That's risky right there. He could have gotten away. 2 baits, 2 fish. Let's do this. Got fresh new leader on here because the last one kind of frayed off a little. Take one of these baits and put it on there. Make sure my drag is nice and good. Found the school of them, so it shouldn't be too hard. You just take it, pitch it out to where they're at, see if they're in there. Almost saved my pinfish. That would have been crazy. Look at him go. Alright guys, so I just went over to Walmart and picked up some of my favorite snook hooks, the Gamakatsu Octopus in size 1 and 2, and I got some of the red ones as well as some of the nickel plated black ones. And I got new batteries for the aerator and we got it up and running very nicely. We got about 6 or 7 leftover pinfish from earlier today. And we're gonna stop at one of my favorite bridge spots and see if we can get some snook. Guys, we're pulling up to this spot under the highway. There's a lot of rocks. It's a very difficult spot to get down to, but once you get down, it looks good. It should produce. There's a lot of people around, but as soon as they pass through and the ripples settle down, we should be able to get on some fish. Got a couple pinfish in here. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna rig the pinfish my favorite way to rig it, which is right through the lips, just like this. And the current seems to be going that way today, so we're gonna throw it a little bit to the right and let it drift out to the left. Let's get my footing. These rocks are super unstable, as you can see. Just kind of hold the line, see if we can get something. Very high tide, but the tide is still coming in. Oh man, I got thumped by something. Try again real quick. I saw a lot of sheep's head and I saw some jacks. I wonder what hit it. Looks a little bit frayed. Probably a small snook. Oh man, I guess we missed one. It's all right, we'll put another pinfish on. There's probably more where that came from. I'm not too worried. Okay, so you're about to see me hook and lose several really nice sized large snook over the next few minutes of this video. I wasn't prepared for fish of this caliber. We're talking 35 to 40 plus inch snook. And the size 2 hooks, 25-pound leader, and 15-pound braid that I was running that day just couldn't cut it. There were some very large fish sitting on that rocky ledge, and they would hit fast and hard and grab that pinfish and run straight down and fray me off on the rocks, or just gill plate me or fray right through my leader. If I were to fish this spot again, I would use larger size pinfish, 30 or 40 pound leader, and bring my 4K reel instead of my 2K reel with size 2.0 or 3.0 hooks, not size 2s, not even size 1s or 1.0s. I would use much heavier gear. But hey, you can't catch them all. That's how we learn. Especially since the previous times that I was fishing in this spot, I caught a lot of smaller snooks, so this was very unexpected for me this day. Got 8. That was big! Oh my gosh, that was really big. I don't know what that was. There's no way it was a snook. I think it was, oh, it had to be a, I don't know what that was. He frayed me up. Phew. That was big, whatever that was. Man. That was painful to lose that. That was big. I don't know what that was. That was big. Let's see if it comes back. He hit like right here. I think it was a snook because I'm a little bit afraid. Let's see if it comes back. He's scared. I think he might have. Nope. He was sitting right on these rocks. He was running so fast with that line. I don't know what it was, but he was running so fast with that line, whatever it was. Pretty sure it was snook because he frayed me up. I just missed the hook set. I wish you guys saw how fast that run was. That was one of the fastest runs I've had in a long time. He took that and he ran so fast. I have no idea what it was because he frayed me up a little. It could have been anything. It could have been a cubera. It could have been a redfish. It could have been a snook because he went into the pilings. Oh, I suck. I got hit and I let him eat. I don't know. That had to be a snapper. There's no way that was a snook. I think something. Oh, he's about to get munched. He's on. We're on. We got him. I'm gonna let this guy eat. It's the last bait of the day. You ready? Who's ready for a monster? Oh, he's running. What was that? Holy crap. I should have opened my bail. There's huge fish sitting on this ledge. Wow. Wow, that had to be like a 35 to 40 inch snook. Okay guys, we have used up all 7 pinfish and we got our butts handed to us by 2 absolutely giant fish that just rip drag and went straight into the rocks and frayed me off right in the rocks. I'm not sure what they were, most likely snook, but those hits were very hard and very fast. So for all we know, they could have been cuberas or drums or something interesting. But on one of the hits, I was able to retrieve my hook and it was frayed just like how a snook would fray. So I'm almost 100% sure that they're large 34 to 40 inch snook.